One evening, as I am scrolling through my Instagram feed and staring dully at pictures of random people that I follow, I suddenly see a picture of two people I haven't seen in a long time pass through the blur of pictures. These two people used to hold the honor of being my two best friends, but sadly they have lost that honor, along with my trust or even the simple pleasure of knowing me in any way. I remember being better friends with each of them, while they slightly resented each other. But ever since they have lost me, they have grown closer. I often see pictures on this old friend's profile and see people that I once thought I knew. We were the best of friends, and where one of us could be found, so could the others. There is so much that I miss about them, like the always enjoyable sleepovers we had, or the games we would play in the church's foyer. I remember us going to school, taunting the boys in our class, and spending as much time together before the end of the day where we would go our separate ways. Me to my dad, who was our gym teacher, and her to her grandpa or uncle, who were the faculty at the school. So many great memories that I cherish and wonder what it would have been like if I would still be their friend. One time, my friend held a sleepover which consisted of just her and I, which was my first sleepover ever. We watched movies and played in her yard, but there is one clear detail that I remember like it was just yesterday. We sat in her room playing with the dolls while we plopped down on her bed, which back then seemed so massive that both of us could sleep on it with a ton of distance between us. Her mom then came in and told us it was time to go to bed. But to help us fall asleep, she put on the movie Bolt on a small portable movie player. My friend fell asleep almost right away, even with me bugging her every moment of the night. Though I, on the other hand, stayed up until the movie was over and pretended to sleep when her mom came in and turned the credits off. That was my first sleepover ever, and to say the least, the best one I have ever attended. There was no fighting, no other friends to get in between us, and overall, it was perfect. These are the moments that I miss, but will forever cherish in my mind. There was one sleepover, however, that I do remember was a lot of fun, but was the first time I realized that I no longer fit in with that friendship group. It was the middle of March in 2010, and was a sleepover birthday party for one of my best friends. By this time, we had invited more people into our friendship group from our church, and some of them, you could say, didn't sit right with me. This crossed my mind several times that night, but since this was a joyous occasion, I kept to myself and acted like everything was normal. This night was a great night, but I didn't realize that until after the party. We had a great evening, which was filled with games, crafts, and lots of birthday treats. There was one instance that I remember where we were using glitter on a craft and the bottle got jammed. Now me, being the dumb 10-year-old I was, thought it was a perfect idea to shake the glitter bottle, but this just caused it to explode everywhere. It was on my project, on my clothes, and on everything around me, which caused me to freak out. After attempting to get the glitter out of my shirt, I rubbed the globs of slimy glitter on my project, which later made everyone tell me my project was the prettiest. I thought my life was over since I had been humiliated in front of my friends, but there was an upside which made me realize that there is an upside to everything. The evening went on, and we had some fun. I felt excluded, and I realized then and there that I was going to lose these friends. So I decided that night that I would cherish these moments because there was that constant thought in the back of my mind telling me that this was the last moment of friendship that I was going to get. One day, my best friend's dad had gotten a job at another church, so my friend had to leave the one thing that was keeping us together. After she left, things started to go wrong. Like all those other people we let into our exclusive group started to ditch me for other people, leaving me alone with nobody to hang out with. I kept at it, attempting to keep all of our friendships together, but my best friend was gone. These people no longer had a reason to stay friends with me. It's been years since the last time I've talked to them, but the one thing I remember is getting a few words into the conversation, then being brushed aside like nothing. There did come a day where my family was done with the way they acted, so we decided to leave that church. I don't resent them for this, but I do remember being slightly depressed. I did hate going to church for a while. I thought they hated me, and I started to think I was weird, or out of the normality of what our church expected everyone to act like. No matter how much they didn't like me afterwards or how much I started to hate myself, I never regretted hanging out with them because we did make tons of beautiful memories together. I also found that these relationships helped me shape the way I looked at future friendships, which has made me utterly grateful to have had these experiences with that church and everyone that was in it. So in the end, I wouldn't trade having any of those girls in my life for anything. So I stare at this photo, remembering all these memories, reminiscing all the good times we had. The good times, where we were innocent 5-year-olds playing with toys and hoping to see each other on the weekend. Those are the times I miss and the times that I wish I could have more of. But our lives went in different directions, and I no longer felt like I needed that friendship. So sitting on my bed, scrolling through my feed seeing this, I do what every other 13-year-old would do. I scrolled past the picture, acting as if it had no effect on me, and went on with my day.